Across the valley, hot and sunny today. I think we are setting up for temperatures to be close to 100 in some areas, so pretty much like yesterday. Maybe not as breezy, but lots of sunshine out there and hot temperatures. Near 100 from especially about McAllen off to the west, and temperatures staying hot tomorrow. Tropical low, a very weak, unorganized low right now, is trying to move into the Gulf. Could become a tropical system here in the next day or so, maybe even later today as it enters the Gulf of Mexico. This is what we'll be watching, but the exact track still very much up in the air. If it does pass close to us, we'll have to see if we can get some rain, but if it stays a little farther away, it may be just staying sunny and hot. So we'll try to sort it out in a minute. But right now, if you're headed out for lunch, it's hot in the 90s nearly everywhere, 96 in McAllen and 97 in Rio Grande City. Feels like with the heat index all above 100 in most areas, 104 in McAllen, the heat index, 102 in Raymondville. That's the apparent temperature, what it feels like with the humidity. So that heat index will be up in about the 105 to 115 range this afternoon. So you always want to slow down, stay cool, stay hydrated if you're working outside or going to be outside on these hot afternoons. So your day planner, the rest of today will go from about 99 at 3 p.m. to 96 at 6 p.m. then into the 80s by 9 p.m. with mostly clear or sunny skies around. Now here's a disturbance. We may get another update just before 1 o'clock if you're still tuning in by then. National Hurricane Center gives this disturbance over the next 2 days an 80% chance of developing into a tropical system, 90% within the next 5 days. The center of what's there kind of poorly organized is right over the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico, so it will kind of emerge over the Gulf waters later today. A lot of the shower and thunderstorm activity and the wind being forced off to the east and northeast of it. The tricky part with this forecast, if you've been watching the last few days, computer models all over the place, but wherever the low center eventually forms may help determine which route it takes. If it's able to stay a little bit farther south, it may have a better chance to hit the Texas coast. If it's a little bit farther north, it may go more north toward Louisiana or farther east. But the computers, like I said, have been in various directions here. So here's future track. We'll jump out into the Gulf in a second, but sunny and hot weather across the valley today. And then off to our east. This is just one model, keep in mind. If you tuned in this morning, this model kept this system very weak and kind of brought it over close to the valley coastline by Thursday. Latest run taking it a little bit farther north. We see tomorrow morning disturbance still out in the Gulf and spinning its way off to the northwest. It's likely not going to become a hurricane, maybe become a tropical depression or storm would be my thinking. But by tomorrow evening, the disturbance is still pretty far away, and you see how it's headed in this case up toward the upper Texas coast. So if this scenario plays out anywhere close to it, we may be left out with hardly any rain and mainly just some higher waves at the coast, and all the big rain stays to the north. Computer models, though, are really anywhere from the lower Texas coast to up through Louisiana and over toward Florida. So we'll explain it more here coming up this half hour and throughout the hour. But your first 1-5-7-day forecast today and tomorrow, definitely hot and mainly dry. Some of the models hint at maybe one little shower tomorrow. Wednesday is kind of a borderline day. If that disturbance tracks close enough, it might throw a shower or storm our way, but probably hot and dry most of Wednesday. And then the rest of it is very iffy for Thursday and Friday. If the disturbance tracks farther north and away from us like you just saw there, we will likely be hot and dry with highs well into the 90s. If it gets close enough, we could have some showers and storms on Thursday and Friday, but still probably the bulk of the rain stays away. So we'll keep tracking this disturbance in your first 1-5 forecast here on Channel 5 News at noon.